welcome at the review of the Casio fishing gear watch. This watch can be picked up for around 100 euros. It has a lot of neat features in it for a watch this price. For instance, the temperature readout at the top. At the right side of the top you have the moon phase detector. You have the date and the day of the week, seconds, digital time and analog time. The way I use this watch, I always use the digital time for the time zone that I am in and the analog time for the time zone I want to keep track of. Let me give you some perspective of the watch. Okay, so we are in timekeeping mode. You can see the temperature on top. With this button here you can see if the temperature is going up or going down. At the moment you see the temperature is slightly rising. The temperature is measured every 2 minutes. On the right side of the temperature you have the moon phase. You can see it's all covered now and it's all black, which means there's a new moon. When there is nothing covered, so it's completely empty, there's no black parts there, it's full moon. Depending on the moon phase, the watch calculates the best time for you to go fishing. It has something to do with the tides of the water. So at full moon or when the new moon is there, you will see all these fishes here, and now the watch even says fish, fish, which means it's the best time for you to go fishing. Fishes will go to the surface and you have a much better chance of catching a fish. Okay, you see the temperature is dropping because I'm not wearing this watch on my wrist at the moment. So the temperature readout of the room where I am in is more accurate, of course, when you are not wearing it on your wrist. To get accurate temperature you need to wait at least half an hour for the watch to cool down and measure the original temperature. Okay, I will now browse to the features of this watch. This mode works in conjunction with the moon phase detector. It gives a clear image if it's the right time for you to go fishing. The exact logic of this function is not clear to me, but I know it has something to do with the fishing capabilities of this watch. But I never use this watch for fishing. I just like this watch because it looks good and it has nice features in it for a reasonable price. Okay, this is the record function. You can put a couple of daily alarms in here, and you can let's say for instance let it ring at 10 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on events you have that require your attention. Okay, this is the stopwatch function. We all know what that is. Start, stop and reset. You can time events. Countdown timer. Let's say for instance you're boiling food like spaghetti. You need to wait 8 minutes. Put it to 8 minutes and it will count down and it will give a time. On time it will let you hear a signal, so the 8 minutes are gone. The alarm function again, you can store up to 5 daily alarms in here. Very useful to when you wake up, don't have any alarm in the area, you just set it to your watch and it will wake you. Finally, the world time function. You can store a lot of cities in here. All the major cities in this world is stored here, so it's very easy to keep track on different cities and different time zones. But since I already used the analog time for displaying the other time zone that I'm interested in, I barely don't have to use this one. You can of course set the analog time zone also to the time zone that you are in, but then you have the analog and the digital time zone displaying the same time, which is a little bit useless in my eyes, but that's just my opinion. As you can see, the moon phase is now totally empty. If you would see this in timekeeping mode, it would mean that it's a full moon, and it's always right. When you look at the indicator and you look outside, and when it's night, it's always correct, no matter where you are in the world. Pretty neat. Okay, and we're back in timekeeping mode. Now I'm going to display you the illumination of this watch. I will now display the illumination of this watch. Press it and it lights up for a couple of seconds.